Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm setting up June in my bullet journal. I was really stressed out about which theme to do and I was overthinking it, and I decided to just go with a very simple underwater theme. So I'm doing some very simple coral, I guess this is. I'm not quite sure. It's like underwater plants. I can't really take credit for this one. I did find it on Pinterest. And while it's not an exact copy of it, it is inspired by it. So just keep that in mind. I'm not being that creative this month. So I just did the underwater plants, and I'm doing some very simple seaweed on the sides and some bubbles. And then I'm just coloring this in with my zebra mild liners and a Crayola super tip in different blues, greens, and this really pretty coral pink color. I wasn't really sure what I was expecting when I first started drawing this, but I'm really happy with how it came out. Moving on to the next page is my calendar. I like to make a different calendar for each month because, I don't know, I just think it's fun. So this month I decided to make each square of the calendar its own thing. So there's spaces between each square, and the idea was that they could be like their own bubbles. I don't think they quite look like bubbles, but I'm still happy with how it came out. And then I'm continuing on the color spread from the title page in the beginning with the blues, greens, and the coral color. The calendar is also pretty simple. I'm trying to just use color to express the artisticness because all these doodles were just stressing me out. So very simple doodles with the seaweed and the bubbles. And then I just have the usual things like my growth tracker and a spot for events. I decided not to have a little things section in this calendar like I do last month and every month before that, just because I didn't really use it last month. I also didn't put in the days above the calendar because I always have a Sunday start and I know which day it is. Then I thought it was looking a little plain, so I added more seaweed at the top and a couple more bubbles. This next spread is kind of a boring spread. It's just my content planner. This is just a space where I write down all of the YouTube videos I want to do and when I'm going to post them. I also usually mark what stage they're in, so if I've already filmed it, if I edit it, upload it, blah blah blah, whatever. And then I also like to track how often I post on Instagram. I try to post every day, Monday through Friday. So if you want to see more content from me, my Instagram will be linked in the description. And because I thought that this was kind of a boring spread, I decided to add way more doodles than I have for my calendar. So this page is kind of like the most doodled so far. I just added a whole ton of seaweed and some bubbles. I'm really happy with how it came out because I did expect it to be a little bit boring, but also once I color in those boxes for each day I post on Instagram, it'll look a lot cooler and a lot more filled out. This next spread is a new spread for me. I'm doing a fitness tracker. I've been trying to get more into exercise and try to exercise every day. And I feel a lot more accomplished when I have something to check off. So this is kind of modeled after, like I've seen this a couple times on like booktubers on their Instagrams. They'll have a calendar like this and then they'll write down the pages they read and color code it according to which book. And it's kind of like that, where I'm color coding which exercise I'm doing, and then I'm going to do like a little dot, or maybe I'll write how long I did it in the squares. Hopefully that encourages me to exercise more, and I think it'll look really cool when it's done. I also just bundled my habit tracker at the bottom because there was empty space there and I don't want to track too many habits this month. This next page is also not an original masterpiece. I wanted to do a cool mood tracker where I can color in each thing, and I wanted it to be underwater themed, but I'm not so good at doodles and I wanted it to be very simple, so I found this on Pinterest and I really like how it came out. Again, it's not an exact copy, but it is inspired and it's pretty close. So the idea is each bubble is going to stand for a day, and I'll color it in according to how I feel that day. I didn't do this in the recording, but after I recorded, I noticed that I didn't mark the days, so I did go in afterwards and I wrote a number under each bubble so that it's a little bit easier to track. My next spread is a movie and TV tracker. I've done a movie and TV tracker the past couple months and I really enjoy it. And I was doing it almost exactly the same way with like the same layout, because if it's not broke, don't fix it. But eventually, like, I am getting a little tired of it and I wanted to try something new. So I am trying something new. The top box is going to be for movies, and I try to have movie film on both sides of the boxes. I don't exactly love how it came out, but I still think it's cute. And then the bottom box, I tried to make it look like a little TV. And yeah, so there's a spot to write the title of the media that I'm watching, and then there's a spot to rate it. The past couple months I did color code based off if I was watching it with my boyfriend, now my fiance. I don't know if you noticed the ring. But I was color coding it if I was watching it with him or not, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it this month. I guess we'll just see how I'm feeling when I'm filling it out. My final spread is just going to be my weekly layout for week 1. I'm carrying over the theme of the different colored boxes from my calendar. It kind of ties everything in. I'm not sure if I love it, but it's okay because, you know, it's just my journal and it's there for a function and not to be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And who knows, maybe week 2 will be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. But this box setup really works for me. So now here's a flip through. I really like how it came out. It's cute and simple and colorful. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to give it a like, that'd be great. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm up to 20 subscribers and I'm so happy and I'm so thankful. So subscribe if you're feeling generous. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye.